Good afternoon, YouTubers, friends, and family. RV Debs here. What is it? It's Tuesday. That's right. Tuesday, November 12th. And this is 2020. It's almost over 2020, and I'm kind of glad. I think everybody feels that way, although I think 2021 might have some of this in it, unfortunately, but hopefully getting better all the time. So this is what's going on. This is my start of my day. What I do when I get up in the morning is I do the belly rubs with Lily and Rosie in bed. And then I get up, come in and pull the curtains. I put some clothes on and go outside, let the dogs out, and take the dry kitty food and fill their little bowls. And after that, kind of walk around with the dogs and then get in the house, put some coffee on. Today I made a bunch of ice in my new ice maker. So that was one of the things I did, like the first, I guess about the first hour I was up. Hearing Lily, she's playing. Yeah, so I made some ice and then put the big bag of ice in the freezer. And I'm excited, and I just turned the machine off. I made some coffee, of course, right? Made some coffee, watched a couple of videos, and washed my face. I'm trying to be organized. Today I organized, let me see if I can share it with you. Up there, all my face products, pretty much, or my nail remover. Lily, she's having a reverse sneeze. They do that. It's very icky. Anyway, I organized that. Every now and then you have to pick something and downsize it again. Get rid of the stuff that's getting old or you don't touch, and because each little part, every place you have, you want to have things that you use a lot. Otherwise, they're just taking up my precious space. I have a lot. I go through it all the time, but it just builds back up again. Living in a small space, especially this little trailer that I live in, you just have to really be on an ongoing downsize, because you're always collecting things. I mean, people go and you get a new this, and you have another one. You got to get rid of the other one. So that's what I've been doing lately, trying to reorganize to make more room. I want to talk about senior citizens in this world that we live in. And by senior and citizen, I mean maybe like over 55. You start to, get your discounts. So you're called a senior. But I wanted to talk to those of you who are about to get on Social Security, or you're on it and you're living on it. And all of us have had different lives. Now, those of us who invested really well and had that kind of mentality, which is a good thing for saving for future, you're going to be set up better. Those of you who, like me, I worked for myself a lot of times. I worked for others too, but it was never big money. It was in between things I was doing. So I didn't get very much Social Security when it was that time. And it's a good thing I got married with my husband. I don't know what I would have done had we never met. I don't even like to think that, but I would have to be living on, like, I think something like 700, and that would not be enough. So I'm very grateful. I think life brings you to places you don't even realize that you need to be, So I met my husband in 2001. We were married in 2006. And then he passed away 2014. So because I was married, I got to have, I think it was like 80% of his would be now my Social Security for life. And that's the only reason that I actually could really live on Social Security only. Um, and that's hard to do these days. I mean, if you have to pay a rent or mortgage and a car payment and you live on Social Security, chances are you won't be able to do that. I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago for a few reasons. One, I was interested in traveling with an RV and living in an RV, and so of course a lot of us started there. We just started watching every video out there, and I was fortunate that I had made friends with some of the people. They used to have these live hangouts with 10 people, in a talk, and they don't have that anymore. But from that, I thought I could do it. I could do a channel. This is something I could do, and it did change my life because I don't make a lot of money on YouTube, but I make a little extra every month. Sometimes more than others. It's never a lot, but with my Social Security and with my beautiful patrons, I have a Patreon account that I'd love you to join. And of course, my shop full of my handmade jewelry and hand-painted paintings has gotten me through. You have to be clever enough to come up with something extra. If even with what I do go extra, it would be hard for me to like rent a home. I could rent a home here for probably $450 to $600 a month, a nice home, but I would be definitely short at the end of the month. It would be a big chunk. So I stay where I'm at, and I'm lucky that I do pay electricity, and I pay the dish network for all of us, and make sure the water and electric's paid for. And it helps me and it helps them. And it worked out really fine. I'm very fortunate to have such a wonderful family here in Knox City. I wouldn't want to be here alone. And somebody asked me the other day, what would you do, if all of a sudden you couldn't live here anymore? And I was thinking about that today because I don't have to worry about that. I really don't. But I really don't know where I would go if I was going to leave Knox City. Probably wanted to go towards New Mexico. I don't know anyone in New Mexico, like a family or a friend personally, but I think that's a good place for me. Also, I'd love to go back to California and not live there because I can't afford it, but I would love to travel again. So I have been looking into how much a monthly payment would be for like a 2014, 2012 van, even a minivan. I had a Sedona. I loved the Kia Sedona. I think that I could make that comfortable for tripping around when I don't feel like being here. Like maybe in the dead of summer, I could get out of here for a month, take the dogs in my van, and travel and go meet people and visit friends. So anyway, every day is a new adventure in my head anyway, and I do try to find happiness wherever I can because I'm here. I'm a widow. I have had sad times and still do, but I have this drive in me to continue and build friendships and get into situations that are new and exciting. So I don't know what the future holds. I hope you'll all come with me. And if you're going through a loss, it's okay. It's going to be okay eventually. You're going to have to go through it in your own way. Everybody's different. Don't be hard on yourself. You're not going to get over anything you've loved. If you love someone, you don't get over it. And I hate when people say that. But you get through it. Somehow you get through it. By the grace of God, you do. You get through it, and another day goes through. But make sure you do something for you every day. And maybe something for someone else, too, to make them smile. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Check out my Etsy shop. I have a lot of really beautiful jewelry in there. This one is in there. So check it out. It is time for Christmas gifts, and online is the best way to do it these days. Peace out, friends.